Today's episode is inspired by an excellent piece by Ethan Batraski titled Death of the Billable Hour Legal's $900 billion AI Repricing. Came out August 12th. It's one of the most provocative things I've read on the coming AI revolution in white collar industry. Its core thesis, the billable hour, the economic engine behind the $900 billion legal industry, is finally facing a reckoning. And not just for lawyers, this is also going to have massive implications for private investigators too. But before we get into it, if like me, you're all in on AI, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. In almost every industry, productivity is rewarded. You do more, you do faster, you do it faster, you win, but not in big law. In fact, the entire model rewards slowness because time equals money, literally. The more time billed, the more revenue generated. And that's why the billable hour has been called the last great inefficiency in American business. But AI doesn't just make this model look outdated, it makes it look absurd. Here's why. AI excels at what lawyers and, yes, investigators do too. They often get paid the most for repeatable rules-based tasks, research, document review, surveillance report summaries. Studies have suggested that 30 to 60% of all billable hours in legal practice are spent on these kind of tasks. AI could compress that work by 50 to 90%. So a $1.5 billion law firm earning 500 million or so from this work would face a $250 million revenue hit if AI adoption went mainstream. Same goes for investigation agencies billing by the hour. If AI summarizes surveillance footage in minutes instead of hours, or runs OSINT checks in seconds instead of days, your 8-hour invoice just became a 20-minute task. And your clients know it. So what happens? Well, these firms, whether legal or investigative, are facing an impossible choice. They adopt AI and lose revenue because billable hours shrink, or they resist AI and lose clients to faster, cheaper competitors. Either way, your utilization model breaks. Too many associates, too many field agents, too few hours to bill. But there's internal resistance, and many firms aren't adapting fast enough. There's several reasons for that. I'll give you 5. Revenue shock. Moving to flat fees is going to collapse revenue per engagement unless you can scale that volume massively. Partner owner politics, changing compensations models is going to create internal fights. Who's going to get what when the pie shrinks? Number 3, it's broken KPIs. If you kill billable hours, you also kill every dashboard, incentive, and performance view that's running on that metric. Number 4, pricing pressure. Efficiency gains go to the client, not the firm, as procurement teams demand discounts. And number 5, cultural identity. For many lawyers and investigators, the hours logged aren't just a metric, they're a badge of honor. One innovation lead at a top 10 law firm put it this way: we're so efficient, we eat into our write-down buffer. Unless we grow faster, we'll have to move to fixed fees. So here's where things are going to get interesting. Enter the AI native firm, and it's not just big law or big corporate investigations with ChatGPT. These are software first firms. They deliver legal outputs, not billable hours. They operate like SaaS companies with fixed prices, fast turnarounds, and clear SLAs. And they're not alone. This is starting to happen all over knowledge work with AI native firms. There's platforms that are going to deliver results and summaries for clients, whether it's summaries, background checks, litigation support, and these are going to have near zero marginal cost. Why? Because the game has changed. The old rule, pay top dollar for top tier time. The new rule, pay for guaranteed outcomes, faster, cheaper, and more accurate. So we're witnessing what some people call an AI pricing inversion. Old pricing models rewarded labor intensity. New models are going to reward machine efficiency. A $50,000 legal matter might now cost $2,000 to deliver. 48%, $48,000 of that is going to be the margin, or it could be passed to the client as a radical cost savings, or creating a trust flywheel, predictable pricing, more business, better trained AI, higher margins. So PI agencies legal teams, accountants, everybody, consultants, they're going to face the same pivot. They're either going to evolve into outcome-based pricing or be outcompeted by those who do. But it's more than just disruption, it's expansion. Big Law itself is serving Fortune 500. There are over 32 million small and medium businesses and startups out there who find legal and investigative services prohibitively expensive. If AI drops due diligence from 200K to 20K, or if an employment background check costs $50 instead of 500, suddenly an entire underserved market becomes available. And that math, over 72 billion in newly accessible legal spend. And that doesn't even count private sector intelligence and investigations. So we've got three paths to reinvention. These are the three emerging models. One, AI tool for incumbents, platforms trying to make old firms faster, but with thin margins and low adoption. This lane looks a little bit crowded. Number two, AI native disruptors, new firms, new agencies, built from the ground up to use AI at their core, lean, scalable, ruthless efficiency. And number three, a hybrid service data model. Firms do the work in order to capture unique data. The data could become its own product, sold back to the market for competitive intelligence, market standards, or even predictive analysis. Imagine a PI firm that runs 1,000 background checks a month, then sells anonymized data to VC funds looking for founder risk benchmarks. That's where this is heading. So is the dam breaking? Yes, a lot of these service businesses are under pressure to cut costs. Clients are demanding better, faster, cheaper. Loyalty to slow, expensive firms is crumbling. And General Counsel recently told a firm, we expect AI to reduce your costs, either figure it out or take a 20% haircut next year. So temporary hurdles like data privacy and regulation will eventually be solved. Why? Because the incentive to solve them is strong. If you're building a firm or an agency in this space, here's what your emerging playbook could look like. Find a regulatory wedge. Start in regions with flexible ownership rules. Dominate a niche. Start with one practice or investigation area and do it better than anyone else out there. Build a data moat. Make sure every case builds proprietary data. Offer fixed pricing, half the traditional cost, still margin rich, thanks to AI doing most of the work. And then own your own tech stack. Don't be a wrapper around someone else's tool. Hire hybrid talent. You're going to want experts who blend domain knowledge with someone else's tool. And finally, move fast. So you have just 2 to 3 years. After that, the legacy firms, they're toast. So according to the article, by 2035, most transactional legal work will be fully or mostly automated. Associate roles will shrink, flat rate pricing is going to be the norm, and the winners will probably be platforms. Forget partnerships of lawyers or agencies. The next iconic firm will be a global legal tech or investigation tech platform that's running AI at scale with software margins. Clients don't just ask for faster and cheaper. They're going to expect it. And here's the last question. If an industry as old and insular and protected as law is facing this level of disruption, what does that mean for every other knowledge-based worker? And if you're still billing by the hour, whether you're a lawyer, a PI, a consultant, how much longer can you afford to? This isn't just an evolution, it's a reckoning.